Okay, so I've taken the porta pool that I had the babies in right the way down, and I put 132 babies into this pond not so long ago, a couple of weeks back. And I must say, just looking at the babies that have come out, I'm not really happy with the growth. So some of them have done a bit of growth, but a lot of them not, which has made me want to put some of them into a fish tank and just see if I can't grow them faster. So I'm going to sort the babies into 3 groups. One group that is not up to quality that I'm going to put back. And when I say quality, I'm basically really strict in terms of what it looks like from a show perspective. So I'm trying to choose show fish, as hard as that is at this stage. So one group is not going to be kind of show quality. They'll be good fish, obviously, because they've been selected out and they've been in here. But they won't be like the top of this batch. Then about 20 or 30 I'll select out to go back in here, and maybe only 6 to go into a fish tank to see if I can't grow them a lot faster. So let's look at the fish quickly and see what they look like. Okay, so I've already done the selection now. There I've got my koi cat Shiro, who helps me with all my koi stuff. In this bowl here I've got the ones that I'm putting aside, so those will go into the sales ponds to grow on separately. There are some actually pretty decent fish in here, but I need to really cut the numbers down. This is the batch of fish that I think are good, but not as good as the rest. And then you've got these ones that I've selected out as being top of that entire spawning. So you can see they haven't grown that much. I mean, the biggest ones that are in here are possibly some of those, and you can't see with the shadow there, sorry, with the reflection. There's some Beniguois in here. Those are possibly the biggest of the lot. Biggest one in there maybe about, gosh, about 6 or 7 centimeters. It's weird, the better the quality, the kind of slower they want to grow, because the more refined the genes. So these are really good ones. So we'll take a look at these in a bit more detail now, and how I'm going to select out the ones that actually go into the fish tank for growing on. But there you can see what we've essentially ended with. Some Sankey, some Kohaku, and weirdly enough, some Goshiki. So I'll pull those out now as well, so you guys can have a decent look there. Okay, so these are the Goshiki, and you can see the darkness on the head, the graying on the fish itself. Definitely see it's Goshiki. I mean, look at that for a Goshiki, that's pretty nice. This big one I can see is Goshiki. Look at the darkness on the head. Obviously not showing any grey on the sides yet, but it'll come. There you can see one that's got lots of grey on the right hand side. But these are all Goshiki. Look at how nice this pattern is here with the little dot on the nose. So interestingly enough, out of that Kohaku Sankey spawning, we've got Goshiki. So yeah, maybe take a couple of these aside. Obviously all of these I'll grow on to see what they do, but the 2 best ones I think I'll put into the tank to grow them faster. So bit of a surprise. Okay, and there we have Kohaku. And these are the best of the patterns that I've actually got. This little guy, by far the best in terms of just what it looks like at the moment. Really interesting, nice broken up pattern. Really big fish here in the front. That might be quite interesting. Obviously they come from big stocks, so might be a big one down the line. So yeah, not so great from a Kohaku perspective. I think weirdly enough the Goshikis might have even been better. Definitely 1 or 2 I can select out here to put in the tank, and these others would grow on in the pond. So yeah, so that's Kohaku. And these are the best of the Kohaku. So let's look at the Sankey now as well. Okay, and Sankey is where I think we've done a little bit better. So these are the best of the Sankey as I've selected them, some with a lot of dark sumi there. But that can still clear up as the fish develops. So this is just the baby black that they'd have up front. But obviously the sumi from the male is seriously strong. And you could see that in the male fish. I might just try and do a little zoom into my pond quickly after I show you this here and show you what that male looks like again, in case you've forgotten what the parents are. But yeah, better from a Sankey perspective than Kohaku. So a couple of options here, and yeah, not too bad. Hopefully there's something out of here that actually turns out to be pretty exceptional. Underneath that black is a lot of red, so I can actually see, when you zoom in closely, you can see where the red is hiding underneath the black. And if it does that, I kind of give it the benefit of the doubt. And look, I'm not a Japanese koi breeder, so I might get it wrong, but this is just me making assumptions based on what I see in front of me, and obviously just looking for the best fish. I heard a saying once that said a Sankey breeder is a poor man, and I don't know how true that is, or if that even is a saying in Japan. But gosh, the number that you get that are actually worth it within a batch of a certain size is very low. I'm used to breeding shower before, and the ratio is much higher. I might not breed Sankey again, just because I find that the shower ratio is so much better and so much more rewarding. But look, this is a kind of good effort, and I've obviously been strict. I've given thousands and thousands of fry away, and I've also sold a lot, culled a lot. But yeah, this is what I'm left with from a Sankey perspective. Okay, let me try and find that father fish for you, so you can see the where the sumi came from. Okay, and the male is actually this big Sankey coming close to me now. Seriously nice black. That fish is almost 80 centimeters. I don't know if there's another Sankey, big male Sankey of that size in Cape Town. I'd be very surprised if there was. But yeah, he was the male, and then if you remember, the female is that big Kohaku, this one coming over the top here now, which is also a very big fish, pretty much almost 80 centimeters. So big genes going into these fish. There you can see her. There's one of the showers that are homebred showers that we got from a previous spawning. But there's the female, and there goes the male. So yeah, big genetics, and I'm expecting decent growth. Look, these fish have not grown as fast as I expected, so I'm hoping I can ramp them along pretty quickly before winter comes. See if I can't get them into decent nick. Okay, this is what I essentially think is the best of the batch. So inside here you've got Kohakus. There's actually a little tancha I found as well. Not a perfect circle, but give them the benefit of the doubt. There's Kohaku, Sankey, and Kushiki in here. So these are the best 12 of the lot. I don't want to put 12 into the fish tank, so I'm going to put potentially 8, taking 4, maybe even the Kushikis out, putting them into the pond, and just focusing on mostly on the Go Sankey, so Kohaku and Sankey, which was my goal in the beginning, was to get good Sankey and Kohaku from this. So yeah, let's see how they do. Thanks for watching, guys, and yeah, please leave me any comments, please like, please share, let me know you're out there and that you're enjoying these videos. Thanks, cheers.